Hey you, welcome back to the channel. And guys, today I want to talk about the transporter room as we got the reveal of it aboard the Discovery. And as we can see guys, this is a very large transporter run. Never in the Star Trek history have we seen a transporter room quite this big. And a lot of interesting things going on, with it. Obviously, the tremendous budget that Star Trek Discovery has is going to allow, a lot of, larger set pieces than maybe some of the other Star Trek shows we've seen. And I like it so far, guys. I guess my only complaint would be still the one I've always had with the Star Trek franchise. If you go back to my other video, the philosophical questions surrounding the transporters, and that is just how the technology works itself. We know that Gene Roddenberry was under budget when he released the original series, and the transporter was just kind of created out of necessity very quickly to get crew members on planet surfaces without having a shuttle, as the shuttle wasn't ready, during the pilot. And so they created the transporter, because it's a lot cheaper to do. They just kind of show up on the planet. So, as technology has increased and our knowledge has increased, there are some scientific theories, quantum theory, transporting or teleporting electrons and various things, that has, made transporter technology a little bit more on the science fact side, if you will. But, anyway, getting back to the transporter, looks good. The surface is a lot bigger. The pads are a lot bigger. And it has this, on the wall surfaces, it has these same and I don't really know how to describe these things. Maybe there's some sort of dimensional, thing to help manipulate particles. I have no idea what they do exactly, but I did notice that they also appear on the Shenzhou, the old teleporter, or this teleporter. Why they are different, I have no idea. But yeah, guys, very large pads. You can get several people on one. Like in a lot of these Star Trek episodes, movies, there have been many cases where you've had to hold on to someone when you teleport. Hold a person up, grab onto a person, kind of teleport together. And, these transporter pads, allow much more easy access for that. Looks like you can get several people, on one of these pads. But in addition to that, this whole facility, this entire transporter facility, although there's no pictures here of it, but I've seen other photos of them where they're kind of behind this large glass. So I would say that this would, work much better. I think if you had something realistically like a transporter, you probably wouldn't be trying to do science like this in a very closed off space. So, this is allowing a large budget to transport a lot of people at one time, not just like 3, 4, 5 people. You can see you can easily get several people beaming, on this transporter. So, guys, I like it so far. I like how the transporter room looks on Discovery. Everything about Discovery looks top notch, guys. I can see that CBS is pouring a lot of money into this. The only thing I guess I can say with CBS All Access, although they're putting all this money in creating these great transporter rooms, creating these great sets, is that with CBS Access, if you pay for something like CBS Access, sure, you're going to get a great show, possibly like Star Trek Discovery, but I mean, that's like the only science fiction show. See, that's a problem because CBS isn't really known for other science fiction shows. So you're gonna get all these Star Trek fans, over to this property you own on CBS, but the only thing you got is Star Trek Discovery. Now, earlier on, if I'm not mistaken, CBS did have this show I watched, and I think it was on CBS, called Under the Dome. Based on the Stephen King novel. And what I'm going at is, if CBS had something uh, like that, other science fiction shows to accompany Star Trek Discovery, it would make a lot more sense for people to want to purchase it, especially if you're targeting Star Trek fans who are more likely going to be mostly into science fiction shows. You look at CBS, and most of the shows are like CSI shows and forensic shows, detective shows, cop shows. And I just don't, that's, paying for CBS All Access and getting 90% of that, is not a good situation for Star Trek fans. So another thing I don't like, but I do like the fact that they're putting a lot of money into this, and we're going to get a good show. Uh, Guys, that's my review on the transporter for Star Trek Discovery. Guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, take care.